Okay, so now we're going to take a look at some cool software. There are three main DAWs that I use. One of them is Logic, the other one is Ableton Live, and the third one is Reaper, and I use them all for different reasons. But they all fundamentally do the same thing. Well, one of the new advancements that I really like in the new Logic is the ability to warp things. And I like this just because it's quick and easy, and you can do the same stuff in same kind of stuff in Reaper and Ableton and stuff. But be able to just stretch out waveforms real quick and retime effects is very handy. So if I want to take stuff and move it back around, so you can start to, mess around and just kind of play with effects, and it's real easy to do in Logic. Now, on the plugin side, my favorite right now is Alchemy, and this has just so many amazing parameters and the ability to route anything to anything. So this is definitely just one of the coolest. One of the coolest plugins really in my arsenal, and I learn new stuff every day about it, and it's very exciting, and it really does sound good. So that's Camelot Audio's Alchemy. I highly recommend this plugin. The other one is going to be good old Reactor, and Reactor is it's a monster of a plugin and tool. I guess it's much more than a plugin, but it really does some really incredible kind of textures. And there's so many ensembles and so many different things that Reactor can do. It's really hard to explain everything that Reactor is. But it's real easy to go back in and just kind of replace samples and mess with stuff in real time. So you can assign all of these controllers to, all of these parameters to different controllers, and there's so many different ensembles and effects and things that Reactor can do. It is definitely a must-have for sound designers. There's also a lot of cool free stuff on the Native Instruments site for Reactor ensembles. So that is going to be my number 2 app for tweaking and manipulating sounds. Another one is, and this is just in Logic, this is Sculpture. And Sculpture is their modeling synth. And what I really like about this is its ability to go between different kind of textures. So you've got nylon, wood, glass, and steel, these kind of things. And that's just a preset antimatter clouds and just modulating this stuff. So you can start to get some real intense effects. Cool filter sweeps, and then you add in the other favorite plugin in Logic of mine, Space Designer. And so you get these two running together, you can start generating some really interesting, plugins. So go to some of the warped effects, and I got to break off some respect to Mr. Richard Devine, and he did a lot of these warped textures in here, and they really are genius. So you can start to make some really cool ambiences really quick, and that's just Sculpture, and and Space Designer. So those are some of the real quick ones, just as far as plugins are concerned. And I will show you Reaper. Reaper is the other DAW that I really like. And what I like about this is that it's really quick, and it's really it does a lot of fun things, and it's got a lot of really cool plugins that are pretty interesting. So, and if you come in here, these are all the plugins that come in Reaper, and it's actually got a really cool vocoder in here. You can put up to 144 bands of 144 band vocoder, so you can blend. You know, you can kind of do some of the monster effects stuff with things like that. Is that you can actually a track is a track is a track. It doesn't matter. You can put multiple VST instruments on a track. So I can, you know, just start stacking all kinds of VST instruments right here on a track. So if I wanted to take, you know, Morgana, and which is actually a software instrument version of the Ensoniq Mirage, which you get some really, really great stuff out of. And then I can layer that on top of, you know, on top of Reactor or Quadracid, which is kind of like a software instrument version of the SID chip, which is very cool. So that's one thing I like about Reaper, is the ability to stack VST instruments on a single channel. So that's what I really like about Reaper. And then, of course, Ableton Live. And Ableton Live is, of course, you know, speaks for itself. It is a genius program. Lots of real-time control, lots of real cool performance things that it can do. And again, being able to assign anything you want to it, warping of audio, and just like take a drum loop. So I got everything actually rewired in here, but Ableton is really a great program, so we can just move and drag and stretch out waveforms. So this is great for layering effects and modulating a lot of samples and stuff as well. So that's just a quick overview on some cool software for sound design.